Lettie the Bug Lady, and today we're gonna go ahead and set up a Florida bark scorpion cage. I happen to get these from my local store, and I'm excited to show you guys and then incorporate them into my outreach. So this is just a basic terrarium that I rinsed out with some distilled water, but I leave the droplets in there because it's good for humidity. So we're gonna go ahead and add substrate. And the reason I'm using glass is because I have 2 females and a male, and they're usually a lot tinier. They can't crawl out of glass, and the females are also going to have babies soon. So I'll go ahead and document that as that goes, but for the meantime I go ahead and I like to kind of push it up against the glass, dig out a little space for them to crawl out of. So like that, yeah. So now I'll go ahead and pull out the scorpions. Now we're going to go ahead and put the scorpions in there. Now there's a couple of ways you can actually take scorpions out of their new container. Some people go in there with their bare hands, more power to them. I'm not about that. And some people use forceps or prongs. And they have these really long scientific ones that they usually grab, and they'll grab the scorpion by the tail and move them over. Again, I'm not really big on either of those methods because in my brain, I'm kind of like, all right, it's already stressful enough. This human picked me up out of nowhere and is now manhandling me to move me into my new home. And they don't know it's their new home. They're just scared, you know? And they get defensive really quickly. You don't know how fast they are, the whole 9 yards. So I'll just take it just like this. And one of 2 things, I'll go ahead and remove the hide that's in here and just set it in there if they're all in the hide. And then if they're all not on this little hide right in here, we'll go ahead and put the whole entire container kind of on a tilt, and eventually they'll go in. Sometimes if it's my larger bugs where I can't close the container, I'll go ahead and just use these forceps and just lightly touch them on the back. That seems to be the best way to go ahead and handle it. All right, so now we have a little makeshift setup so that way you can see what I'm talking about. With my bare hand, I have the hide, and as long as you're calm with bugs, they'll go ahead and stay where they are feeling most comfortable. These are Florida bark scorpions. So with this kind of hide, because I already have one in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the side. And that's the great thing about these, is they're kind of buildable on each other. And then usually what you would do is you'd go ahead and try to put this on a semi-angle, the best way it'll fit, and allow the scorpion to then go out, right? And see, she's already exploring, wanting to know what the heck is wrong. Now I would say this is too much of a drop for her, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around. You want to go based on where they're walking, and sometimes they'll follow your hand or whatever's making the most amount of noise. So we'll go ahead and put it on its side, and then because sometimes that happens, they're totally okay. It's not like it's gonna hurt them. But now we want to go ahead and get her out. So to make sure that we stay protected and the bug stays protected, we're going to take the blunt end of the forceps and just lightly tap her. Just lightly tap her. Yeah, see, she's not too happy about me tapping her. But we want to get her to go this way. Yeah. Sometimes they don't get it the first time, so you just gotta be very patient, and then they go right on over. These are just Florida bark scorpions. You can do this with tarantulas, roaches, praying mantises, especially if you're not comfortable holding them, or you want to make sure that you're safe if they happen to be a venomous type of bug. these forceps are always handy, and you don't have to grab them by the tail, which a lot of people do. So yeah, that's a little fun video on bug transfer. Look forward to seeing you next time.